Howdy folks, High Value DMD. Don't just give me your subscription, but please let me earn it. Let me earn your like and let me earn your comment. Well, it's good to see you again, mother freakers. Today I'm going to be talking about how men are built to withstand hardship. We are built to withstand suffering. We are built to literally withstand abuse. And I know that firsthand in my own life. Seeing my dad, just seeing what the great lengths that men have gone to in this world. And I understand that more by being married and by living with a woman full time for 6 months now. There are things that simply upset my wife that do not upset me. And that's nothing to speak negative to her, but that's just how the nature of things are. And I'm unfazed, seemingly, at things. For instance, there was something that was happening to me at work, and it was, I'll just say, it was not looking good for me professionally at all. It was very bad. My boss I had at the time, it was just a very bad situation. And my wife, she remarked, and she was just honestly amazed. She was like, I don't know how you're doing this. I don't know how you are so calm in this situation. Well, I was calm in that situation because I have been in extreme stressful situations before that. And those in the past weren't the last. This recent one wasn't the last. There will be so many more in my lifetime. So I have that experience dealing with them. But as a man in my mental flow state, I just can keep it together, man. I don't let things bother me too much. I'm able to compartmentalize and keep things over here when I need to be focusing over here when I get home. You know, I don't let my emotions spill out everywhere. That's what we do as a man. That's that emotional part. We don't let things get to us. Like I've seen my own father undergo super stressful times regarding money, regarding family issues and current family issues. And he's rock solid, man. You don't see him out there crying. You don't see him out there whining. It is what it is. It is what it is, mother freaker. And you keep in lockstep and you keep going, dude. Because you have no other choice, you know. Whereas I think a woman would be emotionally distressed, maybe even paralyzed, not able to function in that situation. But us as men, we are just like built for it, you know. And some people take advantage of that. Some people prey on that and treat men poorly in society. You have so many things like you know the way that the marriage court is set up and how men are raked over the coals in divorce court. But men are able to take it, dude. Men take that abuse on the chest and then they rebuild themselves time and time again, man. We as a sex, we're just built for discomfort, right? Like you see men and all of the accomplishments and feats they have made since the dawn of time. I mean, recently there was a man that scaled Mount Everest without oxygen and then skied down it. We are built with like denser bone density. We are built with coarse skin. We are built with larger muscle mass. And in intellect, you know, women have intellect, but we just have like, I don't know, this unhinged side to us that we want glory and accomplishment so much in our lives that we're willing to risk our lives, go up there at the highest point in the world, in the middle of snow, in the coldest point of the world, arguably, and get on 2 skis and ski down that mother freaker, dude. We as men, we're built different. I mean, you watch stuff about World War I, World War II, Vietnam, every war since ever, man. And we are willing to get down into trenches with rats and mud and cold and hardly any food. We are willing to do that and just suffer for a cause that we believe in. for the guy right next to us that is our friend, our buddy, that we would lay down our lives for. We'll do anything for our family. We'll do anything for our wives. We will go to war. We will die for our family. We will go without food. We will be cold and give our wife or our kid our jacket. We will give up our sleeping bag for somebody else. And we will sit there and shiver and accept that state. And heck, maybe even welcome that state with a smile, with pride, with knowing that you're controlling that situation to the best of your ability, and know that you are taking care of somebody else, man. I tell you, one of the biggest things that has boosted my ego in a good way, not in a prideful way, but in a good way, is knowing that I'm taking care of my wife. That I go to work, I'm the mother freaker that gets up 5 o'clock, I go to work, I deal with a bunch of BS, and I come home and I bring in over 6 figures, and my wife doesn't have to work right now, and she's taken care of. She's got everything she needs. We ordered some Lululemon for her lately because she deserves it. She needs an upgrade because we both come from humble backgrounds, but she's never had like some nice stuff like that. So we got some Lululemon coming in for her. And you know what? Like I've kind of dealt with a lot of the same clothes I have. I don't need the nicest thing. I'm driving a freaking minivan. And dude, like I'm just dealing with this. I'm dealing with this right now. And there's a lot of guys that, maybe they're not as strong and they want the nice truck and all that. But I'm dealing with this. Because I'd rather put back more money for her, man. I'd rather put back for our retirement. I'm thinking about her, baby. I'm not thinking about myself and all my little creature comforts. I'm thinking about the house that we need to get when we move here. The decorations she's going to need. The furniture she's going to need to be comfortable. Because I'm built different, man. Like, I'm not a spoiled child. I'm not like another lady. I'm not a lady. All right? We are built different. We like suffering. We like suffering. Heck, we can withstand suffering, and we like it. I just essentially said it. Like, I'm not out here impoverished, all right? But I am dealing with a little bit of inconvenience to put back money to take care of her, man. We like suffering. I don't know if you could say we like abuse, but we will accept some mental, some verbal abuse when it comes to taking care of the ones we love, man. Like, I'm about to go into oral maxillofacial surgery residency, dude. I'm going to train as a surgeon, a facial surgeon. And in that residency, I'm going to have to deal with getting up in the 4 o'clock hour, all the time 5 o'clock hour. Maybe in the middle of the night at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock to go and sew somebody's face up. I'm going to have to deal with verbal abuse from some drunk patient, emotional abuse from maybe my faculty, my staff that are teaching me if they're jaded, if they're not too good of a person. And I'm going to put up with 4 years of hard labor on into my 30s to provide for myself, to provide for my family, my wife, to provide for my future kids that I don't even have yet, to give them a life that I never had. That's the way it is, man. And that's a sign of a good man. That's a sign of a good man. And if you're on about your business, if you're trying to hustle and make a living for yourself and make money and make some good money, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. In my community, man, I know tons of dentists, obviously. I know guy that's training to be an oral surgeon. I know a guy that's training in interventional radiology, people training in anesthesiology. I know a guy that's trying to go into orthopedic surgery. He's a med student because this kid has a certain like syndromic, like some pathologic sequence, and he's got issues. It might be Pierre Robin sequence or something like that. All these guys, man, they're mother freakers. They're mother freakers. They want to suffer. They're doing it for a higher reason. And I didn't even talk about the other things like in the gym. Man, I need to get hyped up on a video about the gym specifically, because I had a dude, he told me the words I spoke in my other video about squatting in the gym, man, that fired him up. That's suffering. That is suffering, okay? Just think about, in closing, and think about anybody that you have met that is successful. And I'm not talking about these one-offs that won the lottery or Bitcoin or whatever. They just retard maxed into $10 Bitcoin, became $500 million. No. I'm talking about real dudes in your life that you've met that are worth anything, that have money, that have a good house, that drive a decent car. All of those mother freakers that embody the mother freaker mentality, they started out humble. They started out in a little one-bedroom apartment. They started out tight with their money, most likely. And you would have never thought that they were going somewhere. But they decided to put in that suffering, to accept that suffering, to welcome it into their life with a smile. Put in all of those hours of work, those 50 plus hours a week of work. In my case, it's going to be 70, 80 hours a week plus of work. More education. I've gone to dental school, and that's already, I don't know, like the 17th grade, and now I'm going to surgical residency. Man, these guys, they don't play around, dude. Anybody that's built a business, they don't play around. They put in the time, man. They put in some long, hard-fought time. And now you look at them at the end, at the end of that flow state, and you see them with everything they have. I tell you, the dudes that are my age that are grinding right now, we saw those guys. We saw those guys established, and we said, we want ours. We're going to go and kill it and bring it home, man. And that's what I'm doing. Accept the suffering. Embrace the suffering. We're built to suffer. And with that, I will leave you. I hope I earned your subscription. I hope I earned your like, and I hope I earned your comment. Let me know what you think below. Until next time.